Hi, this is Joel Joy from CST Department second year. I'm going to do a program which displays the address of the array, the address of the element of a two-dimensional array in row major order and column major order. This is the question. Uh, this is the formula for row major order address, and this is the formula for column major order address. This is the program. We start with hash include iostream using namespace std. This is a call for compiler to call the header file which contains input and output operations output functions using namespace stds for standard input and output operations. Then we start with the main function which is of the form integer type. That means it should return an integer type return value. Then inside the main function, we declare the variables which we are going to use in this program. First of all, we are going to declare an array which has 5 rows and 5 columns. It is of the type integer. Then we declare a pointer variable which is of the form integer. It, it is also called as a base address, or it stores the address of the first element of the two-dimensional array. Then we have another pointer variable which is of the form integer, which stores the address of each element in the array. We start with the calculation for row major order. We have two for loops here. The first for loop for int I is initialized to 0, I should be less than 5, and I is incremented after each iteration. The second for loop we have int another variable j. It is initialized to 0. It should run for 5 times, so j is less than 5, and it is incremented after each iteration. We inside this we have the formula for the calculation of the address of the element of the two-dimensional array in row major order. It is address of ij is equal to base address plus ith index into 5 plus jth index. Using this formula, we calculate the address of the element and we display the calculated address using cout statement. We use \n to go to a new line. So to check our calculations, we use AND operator which automatically calculates the address of the element, and it is displayed using cout statement. Next we go to calculate the column major order address. Here also we have two for loops. In the first for loop, variable I is initialized to 0, I is less than 5, and I should be incremented after each iteration. Second, for inside this we have another for loop where another variable j is initialized to 0, j should be less than 5, and j is incremented after each iteration. The row major order formula is address of ij is equal to base address plus jth index into 5 plus ith index. This is repeated for several times until j is equal to 5. So the address is calculated and it is displayed using the cout statement. In order to check our calculations, we use AND operator which automatically calculates the address of the element, and it is displayed using cout statement. Then the control comes out of the loop. Since it is integer main, we have to return some integer value, but here we don't have a specific integer value to return, so we just put 0, that is return 0. Now let's run the program. This is the output for the program. Here we get the output. In the column major order, we can see the calculated address and the C++ assigned address, that is using AND operator. Both the addresses are same, so our program is successfully compiled and executed. Even in the row major order, we can see the similar things here. Thank you.